story. Want to hear it? Here it goes. Get ready with me to start my first day on my already job, but here in a different location. I'm going to tell y'all a funny backstory. How what life does. So, this is not my first rodeo in Greensboro. Not living, well, living wise, yes, but being in the environment, no. About 27 years ago, this is before I had my son. Matter of fact, it was the same year I ended up pregnant with him. I come down here for a summer program at Bennett College. It's an all-girls school located here in Greensboro because at one point I thought I wanted to become an engineer. So I go to this program. Y'all, this was so long ago. I'm about to tell my age. This was so long ago that Puffy, well, he was known as Puffy, Notorious B.I.G., Monica, Aaliyah, and one other person came here during their summer jam tour that they were doing. They were here in Greensboro performing at A&T. So I got to physically not meet, but actually go to a concert, and I forgot what they call it, some little festival on college that they had, and I got to see them perform live. Well, right then and there, and I was a bad little thing too, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Right then and there, I decided that summer that I wanted to go to Greensboro, but I didn't want to be an engineer anymore. I wanted to be in Greensboro, and I wanted to go to A&T. Only problem was, I, myself, doing adult things as a child, not going to sugarcoat it, end up not being able to go. However, don't get me wrong, because I was not no statistic. I did go to college. Instead of going here, I got railroaded a little bit to where I wasn't able to come here right off. I ended up going to Johnson & Wales University, and also and back then it was called Dudley Beauty College, because back in the day I used to have a nail tech license. I finished school super duper early, y'all. I was not a dumb person. I was very, very smart. So I finished school super duper early by me doing adult things and having my oldest kid. And so my mother said I could not just be at home. I had to work, which I did. I worked at Winn-Dixie. That was my very first job, paying job it was. I worked at Winn-Dixie, and I was going to Dudley Beauty College to have my nail tech license, and in the fall I was starting Johnson & Wales University, which I did. Y'all know I have a degree there. So I just tell you how life sometimes comes back full circle because of the fact that, yeah, that did not curl. We got to let this get hot a little bit longer. That was me being fast with it. How life comes back full circle because I have not been here in 27 years. And I was just happened to be sitting down last night, and I was like, you know, I've been here in a long time. And I started thinking, how long ago was that? That was 1995-ish. Yeah, 1995. My last time being in Greensboro was in 1995. Culture here is a lot different, which I got to get used to. I went to the grocery store last night. I actually went to two different grocery stores. I went to Fresh Market, and then I went to, we had to find a Publix, because I'm sorry, I need to be around familiarity before I can accept all full changes. So we were close to a Harris Teeter, and we were close to a Lowe's Foods, and both of those I am familiar with. But I had gotten to be bougie, and I prefer Publix over Harris Teeter. So I said, well, we're going to go ahead and find this Publix because I just don't want to deal with the Harris Teeter right now. However, the Harris Teeter is closer to where I am versus the Publix, because the Publix is all the way on the other side of town, which is about a 15-minute drive. Not bad. Yeah. It's reminds me of home a little bit. For those that don't know, I'm from Florence, South Carolina. Everything is a little bit slow, but they do stuff a little bit backwards too. I'm not even gonna lie on that. And it's always been like that, my personal opinion. But it's a great little town, especially if you're retired. That's where you need to be. Someone my age, no, unless you're going into like the medical industry or you're going to work at Honda, like one of those types of corporations. That's more geared towards you. But just to live there, no, there's nothing there. Okay, great retirement community though. Don't get me wrong. So just culture shock. You know, people here are super duper friendly. Not saying that there's not friendly people in Charlotte, but you also know that there's a lot of people that live in Charlotte that aren't originally from Charlotte. So you know how that goes. They're not as friendly. So I'm just getting used to that because people here are just super duper nice. And when you're like, no, okay, I got it, they look at you like you're crazy because little girl asked if she could take the groceries out. And I was like, no, it's okay, I got it. I'm used to it, don't worry about it. It's just like, you really ain't gonna let me take the groceries out? So, you know what? I'm gonna start utilizing these people's services. They get paid to do this stuff. They want to do it, let them do it, okay? So, yeah, that's where we're at with that. But otherwise, it's okay. It's just a little different. I can get used to it again. I fell in love with this place 27 years ago. I'm sure I can handle it again. But what I will tell you is when we got here, it was already somewhat a little bit of snow on the ground. So we've already starting to see that here. I see. So I got to get used to that because in Charlotte, it snows every once in a blue moon. We do get snow here. When it does snow, it does. Oh, and it is definitely cold outside. It's not plain cold, y'all. It's real cold. So, not saying Charlotte don't get cold because it do. It get functionally cold, but it's cold here. I had to go out last night and buy some Cuddle Duds, which are long johns for females. I had to go out and buy me some because I didn't have any at all. So I'm just finishing getting ready. And this is the e.l.f. marker. Great for doing cat eyes. Again, I don't see the need to do the cat eyes. And here's me putting on my famous NYX lip oil. It is so cold here. Got me stay moisturized. And voila, this is my look for today. Bye. Talk to you all later.